Okay, so this is my third person example map that I've been working on. And based on that animation that I shared with you on YouTube today, it was the ability of swapping out a character using Mixamo assets. So here's my construction worker. Uh, he's a real looker here. Uh, but he's got animation and so if I go into my animations folder, there's a bunch of animations that I put in here, including customizing some of the Mixamo jump and landing kind of stuff, which we're never really going to need, but I've got it in there. So if I go into the blueprint, um, basically I copied this from the third person character. I created a new worker animation blueprint, and then the state machine has this idle walk run blend space thing. So that's in here, and it's called the idle walk run blend space. And the blend space basically has on the left side of the graph a idle animation. In the middle, it's got a walk animation, and in the right, it's got a running animation. So if I drag my slider back and forth here, this green dot, I can go from idle to walking to running and back. Okay, and these speeds have a total value here that the tutorial says to set at 220, which I did. All right, so that's the idle walk run blend space. So essentially blending three animations together based on a variable called speed, which we set up in here. Um, okay, so that's that. Then the the state machine here. So this is the anim graph, and you double click on the state machine, and in the state machine, I plugged in the idle walk run. Then I dragged in these additional animations in here and then set the transitions to be different things. So in this one, it's asking me, is the person in the air? And if he is, then it transitions automatically to the next one over here. And this one says, okay, if it's in the air for less than half a second, then you can go into the transition. So here's the in air one. And then this one is he in the air anymore? And you say not, he's not in the air. And then he lands. And then here, there's the transition back to if he's landed, go ahead and transition back to the animation. All right, so that's the animation blueprint for this guy here. And so I basically in the capsule, third person capsule, I replaced the worker mesh. So I went into edit blueprint here and open blueprint editor. I know it's one more friggin' blueprint after another, but I clicked on mesh and then plugged in my character in there. And then I went into character movement, and that's where I set the speed. So I think it was walk speed. Yeah. So this is the normal walk speed, which is 110, and we saw that the running speed was 220. All right. So anyway, that's all I did in here. I had to promote a couple of these things to variables. Again, he goes through that in the tutorial. Oh my God. Right. All right. So anyway, here we are. I'm going to go ahead and play my animation. And so again, this is third person, so you can move the camera around him, but there he is. He can walk. Okay, so he's walking, and now I can put shift and left mouse button and have him run, and he'll transition from walking to running depending on what he's doing. And again, you can change the max speed if you need to. So the walk looks pretty good, but the run looks a little bit slow, like he could go a little faster, but maybe he's tired. And then we have jump, which is the space bar. And so here he's jumped up onto this thing, and the jumping is a little bit messy in the sense that he jumps probably too high, but the landing's not bad. The transition at the very end is a little jerky. But anyway, so then these are those doors I talked about. This is the same door I showed you in the video the other night. He walks towards the door opens, he walks to these cylinders here, and the little cylinder will light up when he gets close. And they're completely separate. They don't have to be close together, but I just was testing out those two different blueprints. Same thing with this door. Goes in the door, lights the light, comes out of the door, door closes. All right, so that's pretty cool. So that's the third person player being replaced by Mixamo character and animations from Mixamo, and the animations plugged into the walk, run, and jump up, be in the air, and jump down things. All right, so that's it.